scholars. Today we're going to finish up our lesson. We're going to end up doing 2 pages. We're going to do this page, 92, and we're going to do our Safari Journal, 93. All right, let's take a look at our first page. What do we have to do? And see what it is. Draw a box. So I'm going to annotate my directions around the main word, okay, and underlined the ending. All right, and they gave you an example of what that looks like in this word, agreement. So agree is the main word and meant is the ending. So let's go down and start doing this. Cheating. Well, I know ing is an ending, so I'll just underline that. And then I'm going to box in cheat. It's the main word. Some people call it the base word. So cheating, you could have cheated, you could just have cheat or cheats or cheater. So we've got cheating, all right, speaker. Well, I know speak is a main word. I'm going to box it in. I'm going to underline ER. Meanest. Mean is the main word. Est. Remember EST? Most. I remember that because I got the ST and the ST. That means the most. It can't be any meaner than the meanest. That's what that suffix means. All right. Teaching. ING. I see my suffix. Box in the word teach. And I'm going to continue to underline and box main words and underline endings or suffixes. And then there's something you have to do at the bottom. So here it says write. So we're going to write, there's 7 different endings. So you're going to find 7 different endings. So I'm just going to look at the first one, and my ending was ing. So I'm going to write ing. Now, I'm not going to write ing again because it says different. That's the key word there. So there are 7 different endings that we underlined. This should say underlined. Made a mistake, so I'm going to cross that out. I'm going to write underline. Someone in the editing department didn't catch that because we were supposed to underline the endings. So the different endings you underlined. And we'll put a D on the end. All right, and then I go to my next one is ER, so I can put ER in there. And then the third one was EST, so there's a different one. And then I go to the fourth one, and it's ing again. I already used ing, so I'm not going to write that down as the fourth one. And then if you look at the next one, it's ER. We already did ER, so I wouldn't write that one down either. You will have to wait till you find a different one than ing, or est to continue filling those in. All right, because this is the key word, different. 7 different endings that we underlined. I know you can do it though, so just be super careful as you go through and do that part. Now let's take a look at the rest of our lesson for today. We do this every single week, so this is not new to you. Reading our Safari Journal, working on our fluency. So first we find words, and then we do the reading at the bottom, right? So let's just see and make sure we understand what we have to do today. Safari Journal, Safari crackers. Crackers on a safari? I guess that'd be a good thing to take. Here is another story we hear while sitting around the fire. Circle all. That is important. Circle all of the long E pattern words. So these are just the words that were on our pattern word list. So you might have to look back at a pattern word list. Actually, have to go all the way back to here to find either one of these or the list at the very beginning of the book. Maybe you've written them down, maybe you've made a copy of them, or you can just flip back and forth. It doesn't matter. And so you're going to circle just the pattern words. Now remember here, we circled words that had the pattern, but here is just the words in our list, the pattern words, spelled with E-E or EA that you can find. Oh, then we got to do something else. Then underline the other EE or EA words in the story. So we're circling the pattern words, but we're underlining all the others. So I know I'm going to have to use my pattern word list. Let's see. Let's do a little bit. A little girl was eating her safari crackers after a long week at school. A little girl was eating. Was eating one of our spelling words? No. So it does follow the sound though. E, it's a long one, so I'm going to underline that one. Her safari crackers after a long week of school. Week. I do remember that was one of our pattern words, so I'm going to circle that one. She fell asleep before she reached the bottom of the box. Asleep. Was asleep one of our words? No. So we're just going to underline that one. Before she reached. I do remember using that one. Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure that one. There it is, reached. So that was our pattern word. So I'm going to circle that one. Now you could go through and look for all the pattern words first and then go through and look for the other long E words. Or the way I do it, I just go sentence by sentence, listen for those E sounds, see if they're spelled with double E's or an EA, and figure out where they go. All right? I'll do one more. I'll do this first paragraph with you. There were 3 crackers left. There were 3. I do remember 3. So I'm going to circle it. Crackers left. The antelope, the zebra, they're animal crackers or safari crackers. I get it. Antelope, the zebra, and the cheetah. This is a long E, Z, but it's not double E, so I'm not going to do anything with that. Cheetah. I do remember cheetah being in our pattern word list, and I can double check. But there it is, cheetah. So I'm going to circle it. All right. The little girl dreamed that the animals came to life and started to speak. Dreamed. Dreamed. That was one of our words, right? Seem to remember. Yep, there it is, dreamed. So I'm going to circle it. That the animals came to life and started to speak. Well, this is the only other long E word, speak. And that was one of our pattern words because I kept getting it mixed up with speech. Speak. There's speech and there's speak. So, excellent. All right, you're going to go through and do the next 2 paragraphs. There's where it indents, so that's another one. Here's where it indents, that's another one. So you're going to go through and circle the pattern words, underline the words that have the pattern, long E in them, and then don't forget to do this part at the bottom. How long does it take you to read Safari Cracker? So circle that, put a star by it, make an arrow from the top to the bottom, whatever it takes for you to remember to do that part of this page. How long does it take you to read Safari Crackers? Now remember, this is working on our fluency, so it's not, a little girl was eating her Safari Crackers after a long weekend in school. She fell asleep before she reached it. It's not speed. It's sufficiently at that speed so that you can understand and comprehend. Because if you're reading so fast, you don't know what happened in the story, you're reading too fast. So the whole point of reading is to understand or comprehend what's going on in the story. So make sure that you read at a rate in which you can understand the story. 136 words, that's a lot faster than most second graders are reading. Remember, at the end of second grade, most students are reading 90 to 100 words a minute. So if it takes you over a minute, that's fine. If it takes you 4 minutes, you're going to want to practice reading it a few times to try and get that time down a little bit, because it shouldn't be taking you that long to read this one. But if it does, don't panic. It just means practice reading more. In order to get better, you got to practice, practice, practice. Just like baseball or gymnastics or riding your bike or swimming. To get better, you have to practice. So I know you can do it. I know that you can do well. And a good thing to do with this is you read it one day, time yourself, read it another day, see if your time got a little bit better. I bet you it does. All right, guys, till next time, you know what to do. Go out and do great things.